Welcome back, everybody. It's been a hot minute since my last video, and if you're new to the channel, my name is T, and if you wouldn't mind, please like and subscribe. And we are on to new adventures. But first, let me say, all the videos that I've done on my YouTube channel, I did them for a purpose. I didn't do them just for, for the YouTube channel. And those videos, it may work for you, it may not work for you. But those videos were things that I did and they worked, or they worked for me. Again, they may not work for you, they may. I'd rather share the knowledge with y'all instead of just keep it to myself. I mean, that's the whole point of my channel is to spread knowledge, information. Like I said, it may work for you, it may not, you know. But again, those videos were, from my experience, and I actually did those. It ain't just me Googling and just spewing out information. I did those. And, but with that being said, with all that videos that I put out, I officially launched my trucking company. Got my CDL. I was a truck driver. So, I launched my own company. And before anything, let me say, I've been in the trucking industry and logistics, supply chain, for about 18 years. So I've been in this industry basically all my life. So it's not something I just wanted to do like, oh, there's money to be made. No, I've been doing it since I was 18. I've been doing it for all my life. So like, this is all I know is transportation, trucking, dispatching, brokering. I know a thing or two. And so my trucking company, I will be doing Hotshot. And let me tell you that this has been in the works for about 2-3 years, and finally the opportunity came towards like, you know what, we are ready to launch. We are ready to get it going, and we are official. We are a trucking company. And throughout my channel, you'll see the name of the company. So, like I said, I'm doing Hotshot. So, on this first setup, well, let me explain what Hotshot is, for those that don't know. Basically, Hotshot is like you're driving a pickup truck and a flatbed. You can hotshot, I guess, in a way, in a semi-truck. But the whole thing of hotshot is getting, small loads, LTL, less than truckload, partial, stuff like that, and get it delivered to the customer like overnight express. It's one of those like it has to be delivered like quickly and right away. And hotshot comes from the term comes from back in Texas, but you can go research that and read about it yourself. So, like I said, I'm doing Hotshot, and my setup. This first setup is gonna be non-cdl. I got my CDL, but the reason why I'm going non-cdl on this first setup because I got some drivers that may drive with me or drive for me, and they don't have CDL, and they don't plan to get CDL. They don't care about the CDL, and that's fine. If I got my CDL, if my non-CDL, if I'm in it and I go overweight, then I'm okay. But the non-CDL drivers, you're not okay. So on this channel, it'll be a little bit different from other hotshot channels that you see around. I'm not gonna name no names, but there's plenty of hotshot channels out there, and I like them. Good channels. They're very informational. I like them. Nothing wrong with it. Mine is gonna be simple. Like I'll make videos. I make videos of of my loads and my adventures. I mean, I'll keep you, I would say entertained, but I'll show you the life of Hotshot and so on. And these videos, these next few videos of how to start a non-CDL or CDL trucking company, this is from my experience. This is from my experience. This is what I did to get my authority and my insurance and so on to get it going. This is what I did. It may seem really simple, like, oh, like that's all you did. Like, well, I could do it, and it may not be simple for others. It may there could be so many different variables, like from having a clean background or a bad driving record. There's so many variables, and you won't cross it until you cross it. And again, like I said, it may sound super easy when I start spewing this information, like, oh, like, okay, that's fair enough. But again, like I said, I've been in this industry for 17, 18 years, so I know trucking and dispatching and driving and chaining and strapping. I've done this all my life, so I'm not new to this. I make it seem simple and easy because, like I said, I've done it all my life. It's all I know. And like I said, to launch my company, it's been in the works for 2, 3 years. And when I was ready to go, I was ready to go, and it was super easy for me. But yet again, like I said, it had 2, 3 years of in the works, and that's why it came easy for me when it came down to, hey, let's get it going. And if you're gonna get into this industry or into this business, into hotshot or trucking, really, really think it through, because yeah, you can make money. Yeah, you can, I guess, travel the states or whatever, but it's not that simple. It can be simple, like I said, if you know what you're doing, but if you've never been into transportation or logistics, or if you've never driven a truck or anything like that, really like think about it and do your research. Like really, really do your research. And yeah, again, like I said, this is stuff that I did. It's what I did to get my trucking company uh, up and running. Again, I'm gonna make it sound so easy, but again, I cannot iterate enough. Again, it's been in the pipes for 2, 3 years. Like I said, do your research before you get into this hot shot or trucking, like, or into I guess it really pertains, I guess, to any business. But do your research. Have an idea of what it's gonna take to get it up and running. And I will tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. It can be expensive to get into hot shot. It can be expensive. Like I said, that's why it took me. It didn't take me because the whole pandemic as well too. Like I said, it was in the works for 2, 3 years, and it was finally ready to go. But it takes some money. It will take some money to get this going. And if you really want to, me honestly, if you really want to have a good, successful trucking company, hotshot, yeah, you can buy old equipment, and others will say, "Oh, well, I bought old equipment and I did fine." That probably works for you. But if you want no headaches, you don't want no drama, you want to just have no issues, if you can, and like I said, that's why I say do your research. But if you can, try to buy new equipment or almost to new equipment. And that's what I did. I bought almost a brand new truck. It's an older truck ish, but the miles were like at 40,000. That truck was never ran. And I have a Ram 2500 diesel heavy duty, and then I got a brand new trailer. Got a brand new low trail, 30-footer. Like I said, in the next video, I'll show you my setup, my non-cdl. But if you really want to have like no headaches, in my opinion, I would say get or almost get new equipment. And might be a little bit expensive, a little pricey, but if you don't want no drama or any problems, I think that's the best way. And again, like I said, that's why I said do your research, figure out how much a truck and trailer will cost you, and if you have to work a regular job or do or whatever you got to do, you know, save up and try to get that new equipment because I'm telling you, in the long run, it's it's gonna pay off. But again, to get into this, it will cost you money, and that's just in the truck and the trailer. And before you even start, do your research on a truck and trailer. Have an idea of what a truck and trailer is gonna cost you because insurance ain't cheap. It was cheap for me, but from what I hear from others, it's a pretty pain. It's a pretty penny. But again, if you can't buy new equipment, if not, hey, do what you got to do, or maybe hold off like I did 2-3 years, and then get into the business. That's what I did. So the first thing that I did was I got a truck. Like I said, it was a Ram 2500 diesel Cummins, and I got it for a steal. This is before the pandemic, before the whole shortages and everything, and I got this truck for a little under 30K. 30K. And then I just got this new trailer 3 weeks ago, and it's just a low trail. It's a 30-footer. For non-cdl, it's plenty of trailer. Like I said, I'll give you a walk around later of the equipment. And I paid it was a steal too. I think it was a steal. And I paid a little under I paid about 12K for it. And so that right there is $42,000. And if you buy new stuff now, and even semi-used trucks and equipment now, it's way north of what I paid. That same truck now is running about 45,000 to 50,000. The way it is now, and it's an older truck, not too old, but it's an older truck. And that trailer, you can get in that same range, 12,000 to 15,000, like a 3-year-old trailer. Like I said, I did my research. I looked around and I came across these deals, and I got that truck and trailer. And now, once you get that, you want to research or get quotes for insurance. That's the one that can make or break you. The insurance. I've heard other YouTubers that they had to give a down payment of who knows, like $1,500, $2,000, and then their monthly rates $1,500 as well too. So you do the math. That's another $2,000 or $1,500 for a down payment for the insurance, and then your monthly $1,500. Like I said, it's gonna take money to get into this. And my insurance, yeah, I'll tell y'all. So I got Progressive, and my insurance per month with the recommended the 1 million insurance, cargo insurance, I'm paying $800. Yes, $800 is what my insurance is for my commercial insurance. Commercial insurance, and it's been accepted, by FMCSA. So it's not. No, it's like I said. I am authorized. My authority is active. I am trucking. So that's why I'm not saying my insurance is not phony. It's not fake. It's like, what? $800? Like, what? Progressive. You do your research. But yet again, it's going to depend, I guess, on maybe on age of how you are, how old you are, and your driving record, and maybe the state you live in. Like I said, it's a lot of variables, and it's going to be different for everybody. But for me, my insurance is $800, going to Progressive, commercial. I don't know if that's good or bad, but from what I'm seeing, hearing, that's very cheap. Like I said, it's going to depend on everybody. Everybody's different. So now you got the truck and trailer and your insurance. So once you get those, or at least when you figure out your quote for your insurance, what I did next was I got my quote, and I got my USDOT, and I got my own authority. I got my own MC because I don't plan to lease on with anybody. I've talked to other companies, and I didn't like what they had to offer, as their percentages and so on. And I'm just like, you know what? I'd rather be my own owner operator. Again, like I said, I've been in this for 18 years, so I know a thing or two. So for me, being an owner operator, having my own authority is no big deal. I know what I'm doing when it comes to being my owner or being on my own. So I'm not listed on. So your USDOT, or unless you plan to lease on, then you can probably use their DOT and their MCs. But like I said, it just depends how you want to structure your company. Do you want to just lease on and drive for others, or you want to have your own company? Like I said, I am my own company. So I got my own DOT and my own MC, which I did all by going to FMCSA. You go there and you file it, and then, like I said, I'm gonna make it sound so easy. It's like, okay, I mean, that's very easy. Again, I can't stress enough, and I will say it over and over in this video. Everybody's gonna be different. It's gonna be different for everybody. But for me, it's what I did, and like I said, I'm active. I'm pulling loads. So once you file your DOT and your MC, you get your insurance, pay your insurance, get the insurance, and you submit it to the FMCSA. And if everything checks out, everything's good to go, then this is if you're doing your own authority, then you'll get your own authority. Some say it can take up to 21 days, to 30 days, 40 days, 90 days, etc., whatever. But for me, I got mine in 8 days. No, yeah, 8 days. 8, 9 days. That's because I had done everything right the first time, and like I said, it's been in the works for 2-3 years, so I already knew what I needed to get and to submit to FMCSA and insurance and trailer and truck. I already knew what I needed to do because I already had steps. Step 1, do this. Step 2, I have already all planned it out. And like I said, if you do your research, your process can be simple just like mine. Do your research. Don't rush into it like, oh, well, I'm going to jump into it next week. I'm going to quit my job and do it next week. No. I worked a regular job until I was ready to go, and I am now CEO of my own company. I'm my own boss. I don't work for nobody. I'm the boss now. But I did my research. And I saved my money. I got the insurance. I got this. I got that. And, yeah. But, like I said, it's different for everybody, and I'm here to help y'all. If y'all need any help or want any tips or any guidance, just hit me up. Y'all reached out to me before on my other videos, and I've replied back. I've reached out to y'all, and if I didn't, then I apologize. But I'm here to help you out. It's a new adventure. And I can tell you what you should do or could do or what you need to do to get going. But again, it's gonna be different. I'm just here giving out information. I made it sound really easy, really bland, like, oh, okay. But if you do your research and you have steps, then it'll be super easy. Super easy. But it's hard if you don't know what you're doing. If you have no clue what you're doing, it's very difficult. But again, I'm here. I'm hotshotting now. Got my own company, and if y'all want more information, like I said, hit me up, and I will help you. I will guide you. I'll let you know what you need to do or where to go or what to get. And yeah, we're on to new adventures, everybody. So hopefully this video wasn't too long and like too boring and too monotone, like blah blah blah. Like, I'm here, man. So let's get this going. And again, like I said, I'm here. Reach out, subscribe, reach out, comment. I'm here. I will help you out the best I can. And I have another adventure in mind, but probably 3 years from now, and that's also in the works. But like I said, that's probably 3 years from now. But as of now, we are Hotshot Trucking. So stay tuned, and it's gonna be fun and interesting. So I'll see y'all.